First, I'll give some remarks later this week that are consistent with what we've been working on for my entire time here in the Indo-Pacific. I'll be speaking to a group of Indian business leaders in preparation for the trip that I'll take in a couple of weeks, where I'll be visiting India, an important part of President Trump's strategy in the Indo-Pacific. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity both to give these set of remarks about how it is our relationship is so closely tied economically, but also importantly, the things that the United States and India can continue to do to build out what is an incredibly important relationship for both countries. I thought, too, I'd spend just a minute here talking about the agreement that was reached between the United States and Mexico on Friday of last week. Frankly, it reflects diplomacy at its finest. It shows the enduring strength, too, of the relationship between our two countries, and it's a significant win for the American people. The deal continues the Trump administration's commitment, the strongest by any administration in history, to confront the tide of illegal immigration and many other problems along our southern border, including the drug trafficking issues that transit there. The president is doing precisely what he said he would do. We agreed to a number of things, including the placement of 6,000 Mexican National Guard along the Mexican southern border. It's the biggest effort to date that the Mexicans made, and something that we pressed for with them throughout the time of the negotiations. We'll work closely with them to make sure that that is a successful effort. Those crossing the U.S. southern border to seek asylum will be rapidly returned to Mexico, where they may await their adjudication of their asylum claims. We've seen this before. We were able to do this to the tune of a couple of hundred people per day. We now have the capacity to do this full throttle and engage this in a way that will make a fundamental difference in the calculus for those deciding to transit Mexico to try to get into the United States. This full-blown effort under the migration protocols is a big deal, and was something that we worked on very diligently with our Mexican counterparts over 2 days. And we'll pursue other cooperative efforts, too. For much of last week, Foreign Secretary Berard and his team were excellent partners in all of this. We worked alongside them with our team here at the State Department. I've seen some reporting that says that these countless hours were nothing, that they amounted to a waste of time. I can tell you that the team here at the State Department believes full-throatedly that this is an important set of agreements, important set of understandings, one that we'll continue to work on, because in the end, we'll be measured by the outcomes that we deliver with respect to stemming the flow of illegal immigration into our country. I want to, on that note, repeat my personal gratitude to Foreign Secretary Berard and his team. They worked hard. They were diligent. They defended the Mexican people. I think we made both of our countries proud with this agreement. I spoke to President Trump not too long ago about this. He is grateful to everyone who made this happen, and he had a chance to speak with President Obrador about this as well. As I mentioned, this isn't the end of the road. We've got a lot of work to do to implement what we've agreed to, not just in the joint declaration, but the approach to the region for Central America that we agreed to last December. And we have full confidence, as President tweeted yesterday, that Mexico will fulfill its shared commitments. We'll continue to work with Mexico to discuss migration and asylum issues, and if necessary, we'll take additional measures that the Mexican government agreed to during these conversations as well.